Om Shanti, Baba Sakar Murli, 5th of July 2022. Essence. Sweet children, awaken in the early morning hours of nectar and pour in the oil of remembrance of the Father. The light of the soul will then remain constantly lit. Question. Which one task is the children's, not the Father's? Answer. Children ask Baba to open the locks on the intellects of such and such relatives. Baba says, "This is not my business. It is the duty of you children. The locks on your intellects have opened, so you must open the locks on the intellects of others and make them also worthy of going to heaven. That is, you must show everyone the path to liberation and liberation in life." Song. Awaken, O brides, awaken. The new age is about to come. Om Shanti. You children who have awakened are sitting here. However, you now have to awaken others. Awaken them from the sleep of ignorance. You have been awakened, but number-wise, because you forget again and again. The one who has awakened you says, "Brides, do not forget me." This is the oil of remembrance. When someone dies, people constantly replenish the oil in a burning lamp so that the light does not go out. The Father says, "Children, continue to remember me." The early morning hours are very good for staying in remembrance and for pouring oil into the lamp. If you stay in remembrance in the early morning hours, that remembrance stays for a long time. Your lights were extinguished, but you now ignite your lights with remembrance, and they remain lit. They remain lit through the golden and silver ages. This is known as Deep Mala, the Rosary of Lights. Whether it is called the Rosary of Rudra or the Rosary of Lights, it is the same thing. You must only remember Shiv Baba. In reality, you are the beads of the Rosary of Rudra, that is, the residents of the land of Nirvana. That land of Shiv Baba can also be called the land of Rudra. You children understand that you have to return to Baba. By having remembrance, your lights will continue to remain ignited. This instruction you receive is the most elevated. It is said, when Srimat was given, the true elevated religion was established. Your crowd is huge. The more you souls are awakened, the more you are able to awaken others, number-wise. In order to ignite your light, you have to awaken in the early morning hours and pour in the oil. There is no difficulty in this. To remember the Father means to pour in the oil. You souls then continue to become pure. You souls were previously impure. That is, the lights of you souls were extinguished. Now, By remembering the Father, your lights are ignited and your sins continue to be absolved. That is, you continue to become pure. Souls are now in the shadow of ignorance. The Father is the greatest surgeon of all. He does not give physical medicine. He simply says, "Remember me alone." All medicines are included in this remembrance. Only by having remembrance do you acquire health for your future birth after birth. People teach a variety of yogas, and some make effort and become very strong through those. You are now becoming Mahavirs, great warriors. Purity is the greatness of these warriors. Your lifespan also increases through this. You continue to receive power by having remembrance of the Father. The Father explains, if you wish to become the masters of the pure world, remain pure in this last birth. Sannyasis too renounce the 5 vices, but they go far into the jungles, whereas here, as well as renouncing the 5 vices, you must stay in your households. You understand that there is a great achievement through this renunciation, whereas they do not know whether they will receive liberation or not. They have to take rebirth. You do not have to return to this land of death. You have to go to the land of immortality. So, there is a difference. No matter how much Hatha Yoga sannyasis do, they have to continue to remain in the land of death. You are going from the land of death to the land of immortality. This is why you have to make effort. However, others are afraid of making this effort. They believe that it is not possible for them to become yogis while staying in their households. They do not even know what will be achieved by having this renunciation. They do not have any aim or objective. You have an aim and objective. They do not say they are going to the new world. They will go to the land of liberation, but they do not know this. You are making effort to claim a high status in the kingdom. You must make full effort for this. It is not a question of blessings or mercy in this. You should not say, "Give such blessings that the lock of my husband's intellect opens." Would I open the lock on everyone's intellect? The locks on the intellects of you children have opened, but you still have to make effort. Baba does not open anyone's lock. According to the drama, the children who are to change from Shudras into Brahmins have to come. The locks of those whose locks opened last cycle will come. Yes, you have to have good wishes and advise them. You do have mercy for them and wish that they too become wealthy and that their locks open so that they too can go to heaven, that they too become the masters of heaven. This is your business. Their renunciation is limited, whereas your renunciation is unlimited. You ask for the unlimited kingdom, whereas they ask for unlimited liberation. Their liberation is like your liberation in life. But they cannot be liberated for all time. Everyone has to take rebirth. You children understand that when souls first come from there, their first rebirths are good, satopradhan. Then they go through the stages of rajo and tamo. You belong to the most elevated family. First of all, there is the family of the original eternal deities. Then the heads of the various religions emerge. They all come afterwards. All of these things should remain in your intellects. We are Brahmins, they are Shudras. Having received these teachings, we are changing from Tamopradhan to Satopradhan. Who is making you this? The one who is ever Satopradhan. He never goes through the stages of Rajo and Tamo, and so he is making us this. Each of you should make effort. You will automatically claim a high status by your own efforts. Each one looks after his own kingdom. Only the one unlimited Father gives you help. He shows you an easy way. The very name is Easy Raja Yoga. And by practicing this, you claim deity self-sovereignty. It is the self, the soul, that receives the kingdom. The soul says, I am now in a poor body, but I will later take the body of a prince. You souls are sitting here. You must only remember the one you are going to. Gurus give mantras, but no one else gives the mantra that Baba gives here. The Father only gives one mantra. I am your incorporeal Father. I am also your teacher, the purifier and the Guru. I am incorporeal. You need to have the faith that our Father is the purifier, the incorporeal ocean of knowledge. Through Raja Yoga, he makes us into emperors and empresses. He gives us the unlimited inheritance. May you be 100% wealthy and have a long lifespan. No one has a lifespan as long as those of the deities. May you have many sons. Your clan continues. You understand that there cannot be vices there. The soul has knowledge of himself. I will now go and become a child. I will then become a youngster, and then I will grow old. After that, the soul will take another body. The customs and systems of that place are different from here. Only the Father can explain these things. Every day, Baba says, children, embodied souls, how could I speak to you without a body? Remember that the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is explaining to you. However, you even forget this. You are now sitting here in a practical way. You also understand that for birth after birth, you have been listening to wasteful stories. You have been listening to the Gita and to so many books. It is now the confluence age. The very meaning of the confluence age is that there is destruction of the old world and establishment of the new world. This is why it is known as the auspicious, beneficial confluence age. By forgetting the confluence age, you also forget your kingdom. Even when you have exhibitions, it does not sit in anyone's intellect. They say this much. A very good explanation is given here on how to meet God. However, that is all. They do not understand that God is the one who is teaching. Scarcely a few develop faith and say, yes, we accept that the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is the one who is teaching. At the end, Bhisham Pitame, brackets a great guru, accepted that God was definitely teaching those people. There will be this understanding at the end. Thousands come to exhibitions, but no one understands that the incorporeal Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is teaching you. They say that they do not understand the aspect of how the incorporeal one can teach. Acha, we will come and understand further. They say this, but they never do come again. Some are like this. No matter how much you tell them to come so that you can give them the kingdom of heaven, they do not accept it. The sapling is being planted. The Father explains. It will be easy for you to explain to the devotees. If you say that God is omnipresent, why are you worshipping him? Those images are non-living, whereas you are living beings. So this means you are greater. Explain that there is only the one unlimited Father, and only he is praised. He is the seed of the human world tree, the purifier. The world is impure, and only the one Father can purify the world. So, surely, he comes at the confluence. He has now come, and he says, remember me and your sins will be absolved. These words are also in the Gita, but their intellects are not able to remain on the one because they have inserted Krishna's name. You understand that this knowledge is very easy. However, obstacles continue to come. Your friends and relatives also create obstacles. I pull you in this direction, but they then pull you in that direction. The chains are very strong. The Father explains how all of this is possible. Shiv Baba is the ocean of knowledge, the ocean of happiness, and so he must have done something. He is the one who establishes heaven. I simply say, remember me alone. Krishna cannot say this. A lot of effort has to be made to explain all of this, but you must not become tired. Many are not able to make effort. They make many excuses. However, Baba does not give you any difficulty. By all means, look after your children and prepare food, but simply remember Shiv Baba. Acha, if you do not get time during the day, stay in remembrance in the early morning hours of nectar. They say, remember Rama, brackets God, in the early morning hours. The soul says, remember your father early in the morning. Baba also says this. You should go to sleep on time. Keep your full chart. You will be able to awaken early in the morning. There is a saying in Sindhi, early to bed, early to rise, makes a man healthy, wealthy and wise. You are now becoming wise. The entire cycle is in your intellects. You cannot accept any sorrow. You are becoming emperors of emperors. You have no difficulty with money. You also become healthy. You now receive all of these virtues from Shiv Baba. You definitely become healthy, wealthy and happy. You also understand that Holi and Deepavali, brackets the festival of lights, etc., are based on this time and become memorials. So, it is very good to awaken in the early morning hours and remember the Father. Continue to increase your remembrance. You children heard the song, "Awaken, O brides, awaken, awaken from the sleep of ignorance." While staying in your households, give the Father's introduction. They should then write to Baba, "Baba, I came to know you through so-and-so, and I will now belong to you alone. I will definitely claim my inheritance from you. I did belong to you." When such a letter comes, it gives some proof of the service you have done. Baba will be happy when he sees such letters. However, simply to go to class is just what you used to do before, just as they have a routine at any other spiritual gathering. Therefore, you must explain to each one clearly. This is a very elevated study. You receive such good knowledge from the ocean of knowledge. Effort is needed to explain. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children. Love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, the Father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. Essence for Dana. 1. Increase the practice of remembrance. Do not become tired on this pilgrimage or make excuses. Keep a full chart of remembrance. Prepare and eat food in remembrance of Shiv Baba. 2. Let your intellect have unlimited renunciation. Remove this dirty world from your intellect. Give everyone the mantra you have received from the Father. Since you have awakened, you must awaken others. Blessing. May you be honest and faithful and follow Srimad accurately at every second and at every step. A soul who acts according to the signals of Srimad at every step is called honest. That is, honest and faithful. If you are an honest soul, you continue to follow accurately the Srimad at every second and at every step that Bap Dada has filled your divine intellect with from the moment you took your Brahmin birth. Many things work automatically by gesture with the power of science, and you don't have to do anything. Whether with electricity or vibrations. You just put on the switch and it continues to function. In the same way, an honest soul continues to work constantly and automatically with the power of silence. Slogan. Where there is worry, there cannot be any peace or rest. Om Shanti.